Everyone is stressed. How come I can't handle it? Everyone tells me to just relax or just meditate. How come I just can't? In this video, I'm gonna debunk 7 wonders about stress that are just simply not true. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Margaret Lee, licensed clinical psychologist in California. So, if you're stressing about stress, what are 7 myths about stress that are actually making you more stressed? Myth number 1. Only negative events cause stress. The fact is, any change in your life, whether it's negative or positive, is gonna cause stress. For example, so the common negative one might be the loss of a spouse, right? Losing your housing, losing a job, financial strain, chronic illness. And then you will hear from a lot of family or friends telling you that, why are you stressed? You're getting married. Why are you stressed? You're starting your dream job. Why are you stressed? You're starting college. Isn't that exciting? And having those views on ourselves is gonna make us feel very isolated. Because again, any change in life is gonna cause stress. Myth number 2. Stress is the same for everybody. Like everybody. The fact is, stress actually affects us differently. Depends on your genetic predisposition, depending on your prior experience, or just depending on your surrounding, how much support you're gonna have. So what you see is that some people might be very stressed about paying their bills every month, when some, are fine doing it. Or some people are really stressed on kind of, go, settings, when some people are, thriving on those settings. So in a study that actually did research on, Holocaust survivor, the children, the grandchildren of Holocaust survivor, they're actually more prone to stress. Number 3, stress is always bad for you. I should just try to get rid of it. Reality is, stress is actually helpful and healthy for you if it's moderate, right? Imagine a life without stress. Would you want to wake up and go to work, right? Would you want to study for that exam if you're not stressing about the exam? So a good amount of stress is actually motivates us and keep us energized and driven and achieve things that we want to achieve. However, when stress is overwhelming, right, it becomes debilitating. That's when we see ourselves don't want to handle anything, right? We see ourselves, very occupied and can't even get to that problem solving stage. And that's when stress is bad for you. Number 4, if I can just relax or meditate, then I wouldn't be stressed. Reality is, we can't just command our body by just sending a verbal signal to ourselves. We need to follow up with behavioral change. For example, if you really want to relax, see if we can find, couple minutes to slow down. And that's how your body actually registers with that command. And that's why sometimes my clients tell me that meditation doesn't work. So I usually follow up and ask, how is that done? Right? Because meditation, I'll say, depends on how you do it. It works for you or against you. So for example, for my beginners, I usually recommend them the guided meditation, the imagery meditation, not with the expectation of I need to be relaxed, I need to be relaxed, right? Just like if you want to go to sleep, you can't just tell yourself, I need to sleep, I need to sleep, I need to sleep. Then my client is feeling bad about not being able to meditate, and yet they're failing another thing, right? So I don't want you to stress about not being able to relax. Number 5, the most popular stress reduction techniques should be the best. How many times have you come across someone telling you that just go meditate, just go exercise, just eat healthy, and you will not be stressed? That is just not true. Although some of them might be part of it, right? And also, what works for one person might not work the same for other person, right? For example, if you find the most relaxing by taking a bubble bath, that might be different for someone that actually had a trauma with water, right? So finding the best method for you is crucial, right? For example, when I meet with my client, instead of just telling them to meditate, exercise, sleep, eat healthy, I usually ask them first, hey, what are something that actually, like Marie Kondo said, give you that little feeling, right? Then you actually want to engage in those activity, something that actually register with you as relaxed, calm, and happy. Number 6, no symptoms, no stress. Nope, 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 no. So stress is actually quite invisible. It's not like a bruise or a cut that you can show someone to prove that you're stressed. However, there are a couple of signals that you can look for to see if you're, experiencing those symptoms. For example, physical symptoms like difficulty falling asleep, having nightmares, having distressed dreams, right? Those are pretty good physical symptoms, and or like the increased heart rate. So some other physical symptoms such as headaches, stomach ache, right? For some people, chest pain, muscle tension. So you want to watch out for those physical symptoms. Number 7, stress is everywhere. You can't do anything about it. Actually, if you're able to first acknowledge that you're stressed, second, identify, the stressors, the specific stressors in your life, and third, kind of ask yourself, do I have control over this stress, or do I only have what we call perceived control? Perceived control meaning things that you think you have control over, but you actually don't. For example, right now, the pandemic, we don't really have control over it, but we can wear a mask, right? So that's the only thing we can control right now. And for the stressors that we actually have some control over, try to see if we can break them down to smaller steps, small, achievable, specific steps. And that planning alone would actually help reduce the stress that you're experiencing. So how specific are we talking about? We're talking about what you're gonna do, right? How you're gonna do it, when you're gonna do it, how is that measured? For example, if your stressor is, let's say, I want to be healthy and I'm not really healthy right now. Well, one step might be, okay, maybe I can go on a walk every day for 45 minutes right around the block, outside of my house, and I'm gonna do it every day at 5 o'clock. So that's how specific it gets. And if you're like, well, I actually can't get that specific, then we're gonna ask ourselves, how much control do we have about what we're experiencing? So You see how we're actually going into the problem solving and action mode, and being able to take some action just as simply as writing things down and organizing the steps, identifying things you can actually do, that already help you with reducing your stress. So that's it from me. 7 myths about stress that actually would make us more stressed. So comment below and let me know which stress myth that you heard about before, or you're actually still struggling with some of them. And also let me or everyone know what other questions about stress that you have so that we can address them all together. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you've learned something new from this video. This channel is all about empowering you to gain more insight on psychology and create a life with more inner peace and emotional freedom. More videos like this every Wednesday. Be sure to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday, same place, same time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.